Hi guys, it's me, Skylar Capri, and today we're talking about the Summer 2025 Semi-Annual Sale, or SAS, at Bath & Body Works, and more specifically, all about pricing and what you need to know to budget. Now, if you're returning to my channel, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. We do all things Bath & Body Works, especially the body care, and we also do some additional body care content, including empties, project use-it-ups, favorites, hauls, you name it. So if that sounds like something interesting to you, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's get right on into the video. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna sit on this side of the screen and put some images and numbers up on this side of the screen. Feel free to screenshot whenever. I know I definitely am guilty of going back and watching my old videos about pricing and budgeting when I go to make my budgeting plan for SAS. But SAS is rumored to start on June 16th. And if you have never shopped in SAS before or you're new to Bath & Body Works, I do have a video explaining all about SAS, what it is, FAQs, kind of tips and tricks, which I'll have in the cards right now. So probably better to watch that one first and then come back here for pricing and budgeting. But yes, SAS is supposed to be starting on June 16th. And typically the first day of the sale, you're going to see the best deal. And that is going to be when all of the products that are SAS eligible, meaning that they are part of the sale, typically are reduced to $3.95. And when I say all of the products, I'm strictly talking about the body care. This video really only focuses on the body care. So I'm not going to be getting into candle prices, hand soaps, wallflowers, or accessories. This video is just about the body care. So if you are able to go the first day, I really do highly recommend it because that's going to be the only time where everything is set to that set price of $3.95 or another price that Bath & Body Works specifies. Beyond that, it is going to be a tiered pricing. So what I mean by that is rather than having a flat price of $3.95, it's going to be a percentage off. Now, what is that percentage off? That percentage off is either going to be 50% off or 75% off. So I'll give a few examples. So for example, the body cream on any given day is more expensive than the shower gel. When they're both 50% off, you're obviously going to get that huge discount, but the body cream is still going to be a little bit pricier than the body wash. That's what I mean by tiered pricing. And then the sale is going to be that discount percentage off is either going to be 50% or 75%. So we're going to get into what actually the numbers look like if it's 50% off or 75% off. And then I'm going to walk you through a $25, $50, $75, and $100 budget. All right, you guys, so we are starting with the 50% off discount. Now, I am putting up the kind of screenshot of what all of the items are going to be costing. Now, if you're kind of running your own numbers, my numbers are very much averages. So for example, the fine fragrance mist, there are some fine fragrance mists that are $16.95, $17.95, $18.95. I pulled that $17.95 number because it's right in the middle to kind of do an average price you're going to see after the discount. So there still might be some variation in the price, and I also haven't included tax in this. One more thing to include is that this is going to be in US dollars. So starting off with our 50% off discount, you're going to see the body washes and the body lotions coming in at $7.98. You're going to see the body cream and fine fragrance mist coming in at $8.98. And then you're going to see the body butter and the body scrub coming in at $9.48. As far as the 50% off discount goes for those trios, and what I mean by a trio, typically when I go into the store to buy a set or a trio of something, I'm getting the body wash, the lotion, and the fine fragrance mist. So I wanted to include pricing for the trios, whether you would like a body wash, lotion, and mist, or a body wash, cream, and mist. Now at the 50% off discount to get the trio of the body wash, lotion, and mist, that is going to cost you roughly $24.94. And to get the body wash, cream, and mist, that is going to cost you about $25.94. Now, looking at these numbers, the 50% off discount is not the best deal at SAS, and I really wouldn't recommend you buying any of the body care at 50% off. The 50% off deal is the exact same as the buy three, get three, and all of these products are in kind of a mid-tier price. Yes, they do originally come in around the $16, $15, $17 range. You do the buy three, get three, you're going to get these prices. At the 50% off, you're going to get these prices, which is not a good deal considering that Bath & Body Works does $4.95 $5 total body care days or $5.95 sales, this is higher. Now that being said, Bath & Body Works does kind of change the prices depending on the day. Something might be 50% off on Monday and then go 75% off Tuesday and then be back up to 50% off on Thursday. So you're really going to want to watch and use patience during the sale to ensure that you're grabbing your items at the best price. Don't be hasty or you're going to end up spending $4 to $5 more per product. So getting into the 75% off discounts, again, putting screenshots up here. At a 75% off discount, the body wash and the body lotion are coming in around that $3.98 range. The body cream and the fine fragrance mist are coming in around $4.48. And then the body butter and the body scrub are coming in around that $4.98 price. Similar to what I did with the 50% off discount trios, at a 75% off discount for the body wash, lotion, and mist, it's going to run you about $12.44. And then for the body wash, cream, and mist, it's going to run you about $12.94. So immediately you can see, comparing the 50% off to the 75% off, it is a lot of savings, especially if this is the time of year that you really utilize to stock up. Maybe you like to buy gifts this time of year. Definitely hold off and wait to go on a 75% off day, not a 50% off day. And when I say 75% off or 50% off, it might not necessarily be every product eligible for the sale. It might be a select group of products are 50% off while some are 75% off, or vice versa. So just keep in mind and kind of wait and track your products to make sure you're getting them at the best deal. Now we're going to move on into those $25, $50, $75, and $100 budgets for both the 50% off discount and the 75% off discount. All right, you guys, so diving on into those budgets. Now, keep in mind that we're going to have SAS coming, but we're also going to have fall and Halloween quickly approaching as well. And I know for a lot of you, myself included, I am probably the most excited for fall and Halloween at Bath & Body Works. It is definitely my favorite time of the year and a time that I tend to be in the store more than I typically am. Knowing that fall and Halloween are on the horizon, I definitely want to stick to a budget as I go into SAS. And it's also nice to have a budget going into SAS because you kind of have an idea of how many products you're able to put in your cart and still stay within kind of your limitations, rather than going into the store, picking out a bunch of stuff, and then you're kind of near the checkout, kind of removing stuff from your bag awkwardly. So let's get on into the budget. So first we have the $25 budget, and you're still able to get a pretty good amount of product at this price point. So if you were only able to buy, if you only bought products off of the 50% off discount table or category, you would be able to get one trio, so either a body wash, lotion, and mist, or a body wash, cream, and mist, or just 3 items for that $25. Now, if you were only if you were only shopping off 75% off discounted items, you would be able to get 2 trios or 6 items overall. So right there, you're almost able to get double the amount of product while still staying at the same price point by shopping solely 75% off rather than just 50% off. Now, moving into the $50 budget. At the 50% off discount, you are able to get 2 trios or 6 items, and at the 75% off discount, you're able to get 4 trios or 12 items while still staying within that $50 budget. If you use SAS as a gifting sale, you're definitely, and by gifting sale, I mean like you stock up so that you can kind of give them out as gifts over the year, or maybe you use that for teacher appreciation, or you have birthdays coming up or graduations, whatever you want to use them for. This is definitely a great time, especially if you shop only the 75% off discounted things. You're going to be able to get a lot of product for your money. Now, moving on into $75 budget. So this is going to look like shopping only the 50% off 3 trios or 9 items, but shopping the 75% off 6 trios or 18 items. So at the $75 range, you can really start to see the difference in product. Lastly, we have the $100 budget. At 50% off, you'll be able to get 4 trios or 12 items, and at 75% off, you will be able to get 7 trios or 21 items. So an absolutely phenomenal deal there. But you guys, that really wraps up my pricing and budgeting videos. A sale is supposed to be fun. I definitely go in with a budget myself. I really want to be mindful of what I'm picking up because I've definitely been guilty in the past of kind of stocking up during the sales, but then later through the year as I'm using up the fragrances, I'm like, ooh, would I have bought this if this was full price? So I'm definitely very intentional with what I buy. I don't buy everything because I don't need everything. I can't use everything up in kind of a justified amount of time. So I'm only going to be gearing towards my favorites, but let me know what you guys are thinking for this sale? Do you have a buying strategy? Are we already starting to budget? Or are we more excited for fall and Halloween that's to come? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye guys!